sweet friends. It's Miss Sam here with my very special friend, Mr. Wiggles. We're going to talk today about how God loves his family and how we can love our family. Mr. Wiggles, what is your family like?
Daddy Monster plays with me. He takes good care of us by working hard and teaching me about Jesus. Mama Monster makes sure I have plenty of snuggles and good food to eat. They teach me about the Bible, about how good to be a good friend. And they always tell me that they love me very much.
Family sure is important. Do you have monster brothers and sisters?
I have a monster sister and a monster brother. I have about 45 cousins.
My goodness, that is a big family. Did you know that Abraham in the Bible had a big family too?
Did he have 45 cousins?
Something like that, but it wasn't always the case. Let's see what the Bible has to say about Abraham. I'm reading from the Storybook Bible. Years passed and things didn't get any better. People were still as cruel and mean to one another. They still got sick and died. God's world was still full of tears. It was never meant to be like that. But God was getting ready to do something about it. He was going to make all the wrong things right, and he was going to do it through a family. Abraham, God said, how many stars are there? God was about to tell his friend a wonderful secret. Let me see, Abraham said, rolling up his sleeves. Have you ever tried counting the stars? Then you know how hard it is. 993, 994, 995, or was it 7? No, wait, 1, 2, 3, and of course he kept losing count. There's too many, he said. Well, guess what? God said. I'm going to give you so many children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren that you won't be able to count them either. Abraham couldn't help but giggle at such a wonderful idea. How could he have a family? Don't be silly. He didn't have any children, let alone any grandchildren. He wiped away a tear. Anyway, it was too late for him to have children now. He was 99 years old. What could God mean? Abraham, God said, believe me. And God told Abraham his secret rescue plan. Abraham, I will make your family very big. God promised. Until one day, your family will come to number more than all the stars in the sky. Abraham looked up at the night sky, thick and black with stars. You will be my special family, my people, and through you, everybody on the earth is going to be blessed. And it was an incredible promise. Abraham's family was going to be used by God to rescue the world. One of his great-grandchildren would be the child, the promised one, the rescuer. But it's too wonderful, Abraham said. How can that be true? Is anything too good to be true? God asked. Is anything too wonderful for me? So, Abraham trusted God with more than what his eyes could see, and he believed. Now, when Abraham's wife, Sarah, heard God's promise, she laughed to herself. But it wasn't a happy laugh. It had tears in it. She'd always wanted a baby. But could her dream come true? Could she really have a baby when she was 90 years old? Of course not. Don't be silly. It was far too late. Sarah didn't believe that God could do what he promised. Now, she had forgotten that when God says something, it's as good as done. Of course, it was easy for God to give her a baby son as it was for him to make all the stars in the sky, which we talked about the other day. All he had to do was talk. Sure enough, 9 months later, just as God had promised, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy. They named him Isaac, which means the son of laughter. And Sarah laughed, but this time it was a glorious, happy laugh. Her dreams had finally come true. She had a son. God would do as he promised. He would always look after Abraham's family, his special people. And one day, God would send another baby, a baby promised to a girl who wouldn't even have a husband. But this baby would bring laughter to the whole world. This baby would make everybody's dream come true. And that baby was going to be Jesus.
Wow, that must have been exciting to have a child, but they were so old. That was impossible.
But Mr. Wiggles, nothing's impossible for God. Hey, let's do a craft to show what our family looks like. In your box, you have a manila folder and a box of crayons. Now, this is a really simple craft. What I want you to do is I want you to open up the manila folder like a book, and I want you to draw a picture of your family. Here's my family. It's really small. There's me. There's Wyatt, who's right here. And then Joe, Wyatt's daddy, my husband.
Daddy.
We have a very small family. Mr. Wiggles, what does yours look like?
Mine is big.
Yeah, Mr. Wiggles has a big
I have
family.
a big family. Here's my family.
Oh my goodness. Who are these people, Mr. Wiggles? Who's this?
That's Daddy Monster.
Daddy Monster. Who's this?
Mama Monster.
Mama Monster. Who's this?
Me.
Who are these other crazy monsters? Are
These
those
are-
your cousins?
These are my cousins.
Oh my goodness, that is so special. Well, take your manila folder, take your crayons, and draw me a picture of what your family looks like. And have your parent or your trusted grown-up send Miss Sam a picture. I would love to see it. All families look different. Some are very small, like mine.
Some are extra large, like mine.
They sure are. Did you know that we are all part of God's family? He's our Father, and we are all His children. And that is the biggest and best family of all. We have to go for now. See you soon, sweet friends.
Bye.